Ever since Jeremy and I went to the Indy 500 this year, I've been really excited about the race, and I'm like, man, I wish there was a game I could play that would make me feel like an Indy car racer. Well, there is one for Nintendo Wii, developed by the company Taurus Games, who brought us Doom 2 for Game Boy Advance. And that game was alright. I mean, it had some good 3D for a system that wasn't even meant to be 3D. So that's pretty good. So on the measure of that, they should make a great game, right? So how bad is Indy 500 Legends? Let's find out right here.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Channel 9. Think they have the voice of Jim Neighbors on here? Probably not.
So what does Indy 500 Legends have, you ask? Well, you can play through different missions as the older cars from 1961. It basically goes from 1961 to 1971, and you can play out different events that happened in various Indy 500 races. Unfortunately, there's only one track, so, you know, that's what you get is Indy 500. But there's some of the new cars, there's some of the old cars. Got this sweet intro here. Anyway, let's take a look.
Alright, so I'm already in the race. Now. But I can't turn? Oh. Fucking motion controls. Let's turn that shit off first. No.
That's right, there's motion controls in this game, and you can't turn them off, which sucks. It would have been really nice if you could have just used it to where you could use the control pad to steer. But no, it's just all motion controls, so as an effect of that, you basically run into stuff like this.
Oh shit. Things don't come apart as quick as they... Motion controls.
Now there is stuff to do in here, like there's a classic mode, like a cool single player mode that goes from 1961 to 1971, like I said. And there's some cool intros on there like this.
The gold anniversary of the Indianapolis 500. National champion A.J. Foyt and Eddie Sachs raced head-to-head in an epic duel spanning 115 laps. This battle would be decided in the pits, and Jack Brabham caused a stir with his rear-engine Cooper Climax. The low-slung creation lacked the power of the Offie, but glided through the traffic in the turns like a dream. The reigning roadsters could sense a revolution.
As you drive through this one race over and over again, you can switch into different viewpoints at least to give you a more immersive experience.
There we go. You feel like you're actually in the car. Yeah, right there, the seat. They could be more exciting because the roads are pretty dull. I mean, it's just a loop. And doing this in real life is more exciting than doing it in the video game. But this is probably the closest I'll ever get here. Oh shit, I'm gonna spin out now. I'm driving backwards though.
The motion controls really hurt the game, as you can see. It makes it really hard to control, and what could be a pretty fun arcade game pretty much falls short because of that.
Turn around, you fuckwad.
If you can make it through the missions, there are different characters that you can unlock to play as you go through all the different things, so that's pretty cool. There's also a pit mini game that is really fun to play. You basically use your Wiimote to reenact all of the things that you would have to do in the pit yourself, you being the driver. Well, wait, no, you wouldn't have to do that. Anyway, you can, you know, spin some stuff in the air, pretend that you're pulling your...
I gotta actually do it? Actually do this shit?
Pulling your gas cap off and refilling it and whatnot. It's super fun, right? I mean, for all of you who would associate Waggle with 8500 racing, it's a great, fun little distraction. It really is, I swear.
Wow.
And it takes forever.
Good enough.
There's a museum mode where you can look at pictures and stuff that you unlock as you go through the game and complete different missions. The main racing mode is basically, there's a slingshot mode that you try to do where you basically get behind a car and there's blue lines that will come out of the car, and you hit the B button to try to like slingshot you in front of them, I guess, from drafting or whatever. But I could never really get it to work, so it made the game in itself more frustrating than fun. And if you're crazy enough, you can do just a regular mode where you go through all 200 of the laps, so that would be like a 3-hour play session. I can imagine how crazy that would be. Who would be that insane? So is Indy 500 Legends a bad game? Well, if you would have bought it for full price when it came out, then yes, it's totally a bad game and you shouldn't have paid $60 for it. But now you can get it for $5. That's the trending price for it on eBay. And if you're a big fan of the Indy 500 race, go for it. I mean, even with with me paying hardly anything for it, I still have to give it 2 bads out of 5 because the opening missions are still incredibly hard, and the slingshot mechanic doesn't necessarily work, and it sucks that you can't turn off the motion control. But aside from that, I mean, it looks okay. I mean, if tortured by a game, then you should try it out. But yeah, 2 out of 5. Buy at your own risk.